Good morning, everybody. I hope you all are well. I'm not gonna do the normal just chatting screen because, well, we have a specific problem with it. Um, as you can see. So we're just gonna stick to, like, the main one. But I hope everyone is doing well today. I know some things are a bit messed up, whatnot. God, I hope everyone is well, though. And if not, I do hope things get better. I know, just in general, I haven't really done too much off stream. I've only really done this. So we have automated rotors. I did it this morning, and I made sure these start backing up a bit so that it actually, like, will keep up. Over here, we have most of base steel production, and you can see I got a few things for the phase 2 task going. And I moved it over there instead, as well as you can see I added extra miner and whatnot. Just stuff like that. Nothing too big, but I'm not gonna like hold too much back. I could unlock steel production right now, but I am saving the rotors because one of the first things we need to do is go up here towards the stone because we need to set up coal power. Because coal power is going to be a lifesaver for us, and I would like to get that working. Because we need it. Badly. Because our power is only so good, and once we get coal power online, then we won't need to worry as much for quite a long while. But yeah, I made sure to bring a bunch of like extra stuff, as you can see, just so we have like everything we'll need. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. God, there's just so much I could talk about, and I don't know where to start. Because, of course, there's like the base life updates and whatnot I could go over. Pressed N instead of M. Just gotta go around. But a lot of stuff has just been going on with my motherboard dying. It's led to a few files corrupting, and it's like, well, fuck. Just another thing to add to the list. And then making the money to actually, and getting the money to actually fix it is a whole separate problem. Because, yeah, it's expensive to get new motherboards. And so that's something on my mind of like, well, gotta do that. But yeah, a lot of that type of stuff is kind of neither here nor there, but has been like some of the stuff I've been working on, like trying to fix. But it's far from the only thing I've been dealing with. Because, oh my god. Like, it's just been a lot of chaos in my personal life with getting things done. Though in terms of good news, I do have an idea of when I am going to actually have like access to certain things and whatnot when we get the house fixed. Because for those who don't know, I need to get my house fixed for various reasons. Oh, that's a miner. I was like, why isn't it working? Because it's not the generator I need. Okay, because yeah, look how big these things are. Come on, I just want it like that.
Interesting, most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point because they understood their responsibility to humanity. Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder, coal-powered generators require coal.
Yeah, she's just gonna keep being rude to us for a while, it seems. But the good thing is we have some coal nodes close. But I am gonna want to make sure we set this up relatively well here, because we'll put the first 4 here, because I'm gonna try and like really make this good like over time. It's just gonna take a while. Okay, so we need one here, here, boom, 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 and then like in between, like about here should work. I'll just have to keep it default. Okay. So if I were to copy this on the opposite side, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Let's see. Nope, I need to move it back a little bit. Let's just do it there. It'll give us more than enough space. That's gonna annoy me, though. Give me a moment as I do that. Okay, here's how I'm gonna do it. We'll do this. That'll give us enough space, hopefully, between the two, that we can easily get what I need done. Okay, because now I can do this, and then I can go boom, 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 and boom. And it's gonna be off a little because that's just how this ends up being usually. Which one's the pure net? You're impure. I'm looking for the normal node real quick because the normal one's gonna be the one we need. Impure. I mean, I could just use 2 impure nodes, I guess. Let me double check. How much does the impure mode give? 30? No, we need more than that. For 8 generators, we need 120. Did the math. And we do have space that we could fit more generators in the future. That's part of the reason I chose to use this place. I'm probably going to end up saving those impure nodes for something else. Okay, this is the normal one. I need a Mark 1 miner. I need to dual power it up to 120. Okay. But yeah, I am going to basically be using this to get this all the way. Of course. But yeah, I just need to get it all the way over here. And what I'm gonna need is that, so that I can now go. Fine. I'll do this. Boom. 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 Next up is pipes. Pipes, on the other hand, are going to be a whole other issue. So here's what I'm going to do about pipes. Because we need 3 water extractors, at least, for this. So where do we want to put them? Just thinking. And I think the best option here is go out a little bit. Get rid of this, because this is just going to get in the way. Doot, doot, doot. Darn it. Can't get up that. Come on. Yes! Okay. So, with what we need quite a few things. And then I'll get back into what I was talking about. But basically, forgot she has
That
to
may
speak.
indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
But basically, long story short, as I was trying to say, had some things happen with people in my personal life where crap just hit the fan because someone lied about something really fucked up, which then led to an overall, like, just break. And it has not been good since then. It's been just a lot of, oh, we're doing this now. Which is just how it ends up being a lot of the time. Cannot be nudged. Okay, yeah. So I guess I'm gonna do this. But also, I think what I'm gonna do is this, so I can make this go one down. Okay. Meaning for over here. Well, and okay. God, we're in like such a weird spot for this. Because it's like, I want this to work, but it ain't gonna be easy. Yeah. Okay, then I can go below. Make that a 6. Okay. Now we need a water pipe thing, so let's do this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because what we need to do here is try and figure out how we want certain aspects to work.
Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note: water does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
Okay. As we were doing. What I'm gonna want to do here is this will kind of be like our section between where I'm going to take this over to like here because I want it to go up, and I'm gonna do the same with the other one. It's just gonna take a bit. Okay. Because, yeah, I'm gonna need pumps for this. There's no ifs, no ands, no buts. Not even a coconut will stand up to the amount of crap I need for this. Okay. Okay, so about... Yeah, like here. Where I can then go... Boom. And... Boom. So let's see. How straight is it? Straighter than me. Hell yeah. That's the best way to do it. Okay, so here would be the first one I'd want to do. Then... like, I guess here would work, yeah. Then... here. And then... here. And then what I need is one of these. Pumping up. On either side. And something I learned from a friend, which now has become more complicated than that because of everything recently, where it's like, honestly, I don't even know where I sit with them, and vice versa. But as I was gonna say, something I learned from them is this, called I think they're specifically called splashback buffers. I might be wrong though, but basically their point is to create a system that splashes back but also allows for overfill. I need modular frames. Of course I do. Let's just make those modular frames real quick. But basically with what they taught me, I know a bit about this, so I can at least, like, reasonably set up this buffer system. Because while it can't go up, it allows for the splashback, so it should stay how I want it to. Okay. Because what we're going to need to do here now is eventually I will need to set up, like, better than this, but my plan is to eventually connect all of this up to stuff later. Because I'm going to need to anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna need this. So I can take it that way. Boom. As well as... where's in between here? Right there. And then I'll need to do a similar thing on the opposite side. And I will do that real quick. where I can easily go boom, boom, boom. Now we just need the coal attached. And with the coal attached, we'll easily be able to do this. Okay, now for the hard part of all this. We need how much power to make this work? So each of these needs 20 megawatts. I like how it's already saying 2 hours because I had this open and running for a while. So 20, so we need 60 megawatts, so that's 2 biogens and another 5. So 3 biogens will be more than enough. Multiple pipes going upward instead of building a pump on every pipe. You only need 1 pump in the buffer to transfer the whole network. Don't really need this out. The plan is to expand this, by the way. I just know that I only know that it was useful, but my plan is to inevitably expand this more over time. So that, like, we have more power once I get more supplies for it. But that is good to note. But yeah, I know I would have asked the person specifically if I still felt like talking to them, but honestly, after everything, it is one of those things of, I'd rather make sure I get other stuff fixed first before I end up dealing with that person again. Yep, there's the sound. The good old sound that reminds me how much I need power. Okay, this will get it jump started. But yeah, I don't know, like, how big I plan to go with this exactly. Like, for 100% sure. But I am thinking about expanding it out towards here, at least. Honestly, I could probably just do this to kind of get a, oh, I thought it was still on Zoop. But yeah, I'm thinking about taking it out all the way over to here. So, like, basically making this ×3 is kind of my thoughts. Because that should at least hold our power easily until oil is kind of my thought. Because, yeah. Also, I'm just going to get rid of this guy. Bro, why ain't you attacking me? I know it's not on passive. I have it on retaliatory. I know I do. Unless it got changed. Yeah, it is on retaliate. I guess he just didn't want to attack me. Bro is just like, I already want to die. Which is like, mood, but damn. Okay, that's going through. Slowly coming. How much do I have of the in my inventory? I don't think for sure. So 28, 24, so 24, 28, 27. Okay, I actually would be able to, I think. Just barely, but... Oh. There we go. And these are these tier 1s or 2s? They're tier 2s, okay. He's just a chill guy. Yeah, I guess so. Which is kind of neat. Okay, once this starts going in, we will be golden. But yeah, I know the plan is once I get this set up and can start steel production, I can speed it up more. Because then I'll be able to get Mark II miners, meaning I won't need power shards unless I want to double this. And then, like, for steel, I save the impure nodes that are over here because it's like I'm not going to need a lot for some of my plans with steel because if we're lucky enough, I won't need to worry about certain parts of the steel production. Whoa. That was a spike and a half. Means shit's getting started. Yep. I can now break these. Don't want to accidentally break the wrong thing. Okay. And boom. Now our coal system is started and working. Hell yeah. This is slowly pumping out. I want to make sure that these stay at full. I know that's going to be the hardest. Why, hello there. Random hog. But yeah, But I hope you're doing well today, well. It doesn't feel like a Thursday. I'm just going to say that. It doesn't feel like a Thursday at all. Okay. They are all a nice green color. Truly beautiful. Okay, we will take this over and just build this back towards base. Slow and steady, but we'll make it. I'll need to grab more cables, though. But since we're already going to have to come back this way anyway, I'm doing okay for the most part. Just a lot of crap has been going on in my personal life, which has made it very difficult to stream certain things recently. Or stream in general. So it's been a lot. I know, one of the things, a lot of interpersonal stuff happened with someone that I considered a friend for a really long time, and found out a lot of stuff that just really has soured it overall. Because I'm the type of person to give people second chances and like be willing to change. So like I sent a message about it and they never did end up replying to it. And honestly, if they do at this point, that's up to them, but I already did my normal reach out and basically give the chance to change, because I know people can change, and it's worked many a time before, but not everyone's willing to. But I know even if shit doesn't happen like how it could at like best, I already know that with the stuff that happened, the inevitability is it's going to lead to them in the same spot that I've seen happen multiple times with other people of just, oh, they're alone now. Because people aren't going to trust them in the end. Because that's just how it goes. But other than that, it's been a lot of stuff of prepping for June, because we have to get the house ready so that we can get the construction to fix the foundation, since we've been slowly sinking. And so that's been a expensive and time-consuming project, just as a whole. Okay, capacity will take a bit, but oh, that is so nice. We can have everything powering so much better. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. But then you have that on top of it of just preparing for that, and then my motherboard dying, which is like, oh, fun. Because that's just another thing to add to expenses of like, oh, gotta get this done. I don't know how it went up that high. But yeah, it's just been a lot of chaos in that regard. The good part is I know I get the wonders of other stuff to deal with on top of that. It's just like fun. But streams are one of those things for me where I get to actually relax and chill. And if it weren't for the fact of everything going on, I totally would have tried to finish Cuphead by now. Because I know very well that if I'm overly stressed and get too frustrated, I'm not the type to get angry. I'm the type to just cry. Not even just like get angry about it, just cry. Nothing else. Because that is where I am at. But I know, like, it's weird because I know the whole "how are you doing" thing, like, for most people is people just saying, "Oh, fine," as like a like courtesy thing. And then for me it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. It catches a lot of people off guard though, and it's really funny when it does, because it's just like they don't expect me to be so honest, and you can tell when they don't, because it's just that look of, oh, wow, okay then. And it's kind of funny to watch for me, because it's like, it just says so much about the person when you can tell they're like, oh. It's one of the wonderful things about it, at least to me. I can do this. Let's move this up by like 3 by 5. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Okay, because yeah, I know I'm gonna need steel for what I'm doing. And the closest iron vein... Exactly. Yeah, because for me, it's one of those things of, I know my friends keep saying that I should have just blocked the guy by now and not said anything, but it's like, I'm not that type of person. Like, did he do some pretty fucked up shit? Oh, 100%. But I know very well that people can be better than stuff, and it's like, honestly, oh, it's over here. So it should be down here. Nice. This is where we're going to probably pull the iron from, and I'm just going to pull it around